Dean is amazing. Hey guys, I'm Torchwood, and you should know that or you're lost. Welcome to Supernatural Season 1 to 3 One Take Review. The reason I'm doing 1 to 3 is because I don't want to do the full 11 season when I finish now. So we'll just do 3 sets of reviews. So 1 to 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 9. 7 to 9. Yeah? Oh yeah. So, yeah, Season 1 to 3, what my basic summary is, for the first 2 seasons, we're after the demon Azael. If I say any names wrong, I'm sorry, it's very early. And for the 3rd season, we're sort of dealing with the ramifications of that, and also building up to Lilith with introducing Ruby Kate Cassidy for the win. Don't get me started on season 4, Ruby, don't. And we also meet Meg again in season 2. Meg comes back from season 1 in season 2, and then we also get Maggie from The Walking Dead as Ruby in season 3 for a very short-lived role. But we'll start with season 1. Season 1 for me was a little hard to get into. Dean was a bit of an asshole. Sam was a bit of a whiny teenager. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go to college. I want to go to college. I don't want to hunt demons. Tough. It's your life, kid. Do it. But as the plot went on and as we evolved into season 2, Dean became less of an asshole and more of my favourite character of all time. And Sam became more tolerable, and even in season 3, and now I'm in season 4. I love them both. I absolutely love them both. We also had some cool recurring characters. The one I'd like to see back would be Ellen and Joe, or 2 I suppose. Ellen and Joe, because they sort of disappeared after season 2, so I'm hoping I get them back at some point. But I'm going to have to go into my top 5 characters. So, number 5 place, I have to give it to Ellen Harvell. Ellen is such a great female character on the show, and I'm really loving her at the moment in season 2 anyway. I loved her completely. I wasn't unsure why she didn't come back for season 3 or season 4 for what I'm into it now. I'm almost done with season 4. In 4th place of my top 5 characters, I have to go with, now this one might surprise you, but I have to go with Ruby. I love Kate Cassidy's rendition of Ruby. Don't get me started on the other one in season 4. Kate Cassidy, I love Kate Cassidy. You guys know I love Laurel and Arrow. I'm like one of the last few believers. And Kate Cassidy pulls us off even better. And it also shows she can fight. Okay, so whatever the choreographers are doing in Arrow, it's not Cassidy, because she can actually fight. In number 3, 3rd place, we have to give it to Bobby. Bobby Singer, guys, what a legend, what an absolute legend. I loved him since his first appearance in the near the season 1 finale, I believe his first appearance was. And he's just been such a badass all the way through. Absolutely loved him. I especially loved the dream episode where the guy got into your dreams, and it was quite a Bobby episode. I liked that. Just had a heart attack. My phone made a noise. I'm sorry. I shall shut it up. Shut up. It's early. That's why we're whispering. In number 2 place has to be Sam Winchester. Sam is a hottie with a heart, and he's just beautiful. You know, he's just beautiful. But I don't know whether these demon powers are gonna end well for him. You know, in season 3, Lilith can't do anything, and he's about to exercise Lilith, but then she legs it at the end of season 3. And I just don't know if it's going to be a good idea to continue using them. I'm in season 4 now, so I know if it's going to be a good idea to continue using them. I'm just playing the game. My top favourite character has to be Dean Winchester. Dean Winchester. You're up there with Kevin and Kirsty from Pentatonix, one who I'd want to marry. Dean is perhaps the most funny, badass, hot character I've ever witnessed, and he's quickly becoming my favourite TV character of all time. He is just such a likeable person, because he acts so bravado and so brave, but he's also incredibly naive, and I have to think he is also in my favourite episode. I can't remember what the episode's titled though, and I sort of can, but oh bloody hell, it's the one where his mum's back in it, and Sam's Mockingbird, I call him Mockingbird, Bobby out of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back in it, and it's how their life would be if they weren't hunters. His dad's still dead, but it's just a beautiful episode. It's one with the Jinn, and not the Jinn, the Jinn, and it's such a beautiful episode, especially in the end where he decides to kill himself to wake himself up from the Jinn's release, and then Sam comes and saves him. and it's just a beautiful episode, and that is my favourite episode, and it comes from the season 2. It's season 2, episode 20, I believe, just before the finale. If you want to check that out, guys, I would recommend it. It is an exceptional episode. So, my honourable mention for the first 3 seasons has to go to Jo Harvell. Jo plays an outstanding role, even if she is only in season 2, and I wish she would come back, because she really stands out to me. It's a really, really, really cool role. Okay, so my top 5 moments of the series so far. In at number 5, I would have to go with the Ruby saves Sam scene at the beginning of season 3 with the Seven Sins, where she just she runs in and she bams them all. I'm like, oh my god, this character is so cool. I hope she continues to be cool in the next season. Why? Just keep Cassidy, she's fucking awesome. But we'll get onto that when I get into season 4 review. Yeah, so that was one of my favourite scenes. In at number 4, I have to go with, now this one might seem a bit strange, but for me it's something that really caught me, and it's not just a scene, it's the whole thing. It's the development of the brothers' love for each other, because at the very beginning they don't talk about mushy shit and stuff. So it's nice to see them sort of come together like that, you know what I mean? See, my third favourite, throughout the 3 seasons, should I say, my third favourite scene has to go with, now this one sounds strange, but it has to go with the discovery of the cult, because that opens a whole door of killing demons, and you're like, oh, now demons can actually be a little bit frightened. And I love it when one demon's really cocky, he's like, you can't kill me, and he just shoots me, he's like, oh, he's like, yeah, I can kill you now, bitch. He doesn't say bitch. He probably does say bitch, actually. If it's Dean, he usually says bitch. My second favourite scene is from my favourite episode of all time, which is where Dean is confronted. He's in the gin locker, and he's looking for them, and his mum appears, and Adriana Packley appears, and Sam appears, and his girlfriend appears, and they're all like, don't kill yourself, Dean, you don't want to do this, you don't need to wake up. And he's like, I know I don't need to wake up, I could live in this life forever. He accepts that, but he's also like, I want to wake up, because this is my family and I have to save them. And that is one of the most beautiful scenes ever, and he just stabs himself to save himself and to save Sam, basically, because he doesn't want to leave Sam behind, which is beautiful. My number 1 scene of the entire series has to go with this. It's beautiful, it's such a beautiful scene, and it's so badass, and it's such the way they do it as well. It plays out through all of season 3. Dean is getting chased by the Crossroads demon. And the Hellhounds are going to come for him. And when the Hellhounds actually get there, they reveal that Ruby is actually Lilith. That, you know, she got inside her body, which means we lose Katie Cassidy and we get whatever the hell the mess is in season 4. Sorry. Also, we see them drag him to hell. And while that's not such a beautiful scene in itself, I love the poetry of hell. Like, he was strung up. He had loads of, he was on a rack of some sort, you notice I used that from season 4. He was on sort of rack, and the hooks were in him, and it's horrible, but it's also very poetic as well that Dean ends up in hell because he's been running from it. And, you know, a lot of the characters in a lot of normal TV shows would have gotten away, would have found a way out of it just in time, but Dean didn't, and I think that was really brave of the show to go that far and show Dean actually inside hell. So, any negatives of this season? Yeah, I think that we need more strong recurring female characters. You know, that would be my big thing. Yeah, I think that's probably my only negative, is that a lot of the female characters either come for a full season, like Ellen and Jo, and then disappear. So I'm hoping to see them back. Or they show up for a couple of episodes and they die. So, you know, I could do with a strong female recurring character, but I also know it's a male-oriented show, and I get that, you know, I understand. Funniest moment for me, there's so many. Anything with Dean. It's got to be anything with Dean, hasn't it? Because Dean's such a badass. But I think Poetic Justice is kind of funny as well. So I loved it a little bit where, oh no, that was one of my favourite. Right, okay. Also my number 1 favourite moment is there's so many episodes I forget all my moments, is where John Winchester saves Dean from Azael after climbing out of hell. What a badass. Just grabs him, he's like, get off my son, and he throws him out of his body, and then he has to come back in it. And then the funniest moment is where Dean's got you now, and then just shoots Azael. I don't know why it was funny, but it was funny to me, I laughed. He just shoots Azael straight through the heart and kills him, and I'm like, yes, that bastard's dead. It just makes you punch the air and laugh. So yeah, out of 10, season 1 to 3, I'm going to give a 8 out of 10 altogether. Season 1, I will give a 6 out of 10, not because it's bad, but because I'm a harsh ranker. Season 2, I would give an 8 out of 10, and Season 3, I would give a 8 out of 10. So yes, thank you for watching very much, guys. I will be back when I have finished Season 6. You guys will be getting my Supernatural reactions not until the summer after the TV show break, because that's when I want to catch up with you guys. So I will see you then. Thank you for watching very much, guys, and I will see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow. Yay! Love you all. Bye!